went into Chat GPT because I'm like, okay, this is going to be a sensitive conversation. I went to Chat GPT, give me a script for sale by owner that's compassionate because they have a transfer death deed to their daughter, um, being a resource, etc. Right, and let Chat GPT kind of spit that thing out. Gave him the call. Script was something like, you know, I'm a local realtor. I help, specialize in transfer deaths, probates, etc. Obviously, it was more compassionate than that, but that was the gist of it. But she goes, oh, bunch of Dan's pop ups. There we go. She goes, I've gotten calls from hundreds of realtors, but you're the first one that mentioned the TOD. I said, well, I didn't want to just be another realtor. I said, I want to be somebody that you could rely on and be a resource for. She goes, well, I have a friend. If I choose to sell this on my own, if I choose a realtor, I have a friend that I'll be using. And I said, that's fine. I said, just, there's realtors that are friends and there's realtors, that are productive. Everybody kind of knows a realtor. This is kind of my production and this is my specialty. And, I don't want to make relationships awkward. I'd be willing to give your friend a referral fee if you did choose to use us and whatever. But summarize the entire conversation, she goes, I really appreciate you calling. I haven't kept any of the realtors' information because none of them provided anything of value. She goes, but I'm going to keep yours. And I said, well, matter of fact, I'll send you a e-card so you have it on hand. And then I'll give you a call tomorrow just to check in and see how everything's going. And then we, got chatting, built a rapport and talked about the situation, all that stuff. So um, just more evidence to just be a human. But no, it was a really good call, and it kind of felt good to make it. Normally, I despise making cold calls.
Nice job, Jim.
Well,
Thank
good
you.
job. If you guys can see, like, there's an opportunity to have a deeper conversation than just your black and white boilerplate. Get some clarity around it. Take some time to make sure that the message you're sending is the message for the person you're talking to. Anyone else ever had a phone call where you're just like completely off page?
Yeah.
They're either a super low energy and you're super high, or they're, you know, it's in the same energy of, hey, how's your day going? Good, and you? Right? Kind of answers it, but kind of doesn't. It's almost as bad as when the flight attendant or the lady at the counter at the gate says, "Have a nice flight," and you say,
Thanks,
You
you too.
too.
"You too," right? Because we're not thinking, we're responding automatically. So take a second to look at, who am I talking to? What's the best message? And if you want some clarity around that, I love Jim's use of AI. It's a leverage piece. It's not to remove Jim from the equation. It's to fortify Jim's understandings and to help him communicate more humanly. We all can adapt into that. Is take a second, take a beat. Okay. We sometimes will read things based on the filter of our existence. If we're in a bad headspace and we get a text message, is it going to be responded kindly? No, we're probably thinking it's a harsh response. I've shown this before. I'm not going to show it right now, but I want you guys to check it out. Who's ever seen the Key and Peele skit on text conversations?
What is it called?
Key and Peele?
Oh, where he's like, I don't know, how about you? Like one of them's so nonchalant and the other one's taking everything like,
Yeah,
I don't care.
yeah,
Like an extreme.
yeah. It's it shows
A
you
used
that if
business
you're in
that
the
makes
wrong
at least
place,
200,000 per year.
I'll put the link in the chat. You guys can watch it later. But it talks about, it shows that if your headspace is what you read. So if you aren't careful on how you approach somebody, you may deliver a message that's neutral or positive in your eyes that they will see as a slap in the face. So you might want to take a second. Hey, based on the information that I have, I can see this, and this. Here's what I want to send. What are your thoughts? And it'll run you down. Well, that might come off a little aggressive, or that might come off a little nonchalant, or that might come off a little insensitive. Try this instead. Not that I want you guys to always, default to AI, but I want you to use it as a tool to develop and grow, because I could walk you through 1,000 different conversations, but each one of them is going to be different. You're going to be different. The conversation can be different. The situation can be different. So take the time, like Jim showed us, take the time, find the information out, do a little diggings, and then come at hey, you know what? That's a good point of view, AI. I didn't think about that. Because it just might be that one sentence or that one phrase, like Jim talked about the transfer of data, that lets them know, holy crap, you took the time to figure it out and not just blindly call me. You're not shooting from the hip, you're shooting from a sniper rifle, well secured, and you got plenty of time to aim. Good job. Jessica asked, how do we get access to BrokerBot? Hey, Jessica, today at 11 o'clock at the office, we're actually going to have a class on BrokerBot if you want to be a part of it.
Hey Dan,
Hmm. Hey,
uh,
Fab.
is BrokerBot just for you guys, like in your office? How do I get exclusive access to this?
I will ask Jeremiah, who is the founder of BrokerBot. I have a meeting with him today, if I could share it to you folks.
Okay.
Since you are technically under my umbrella, even though you're not in our market center, but
Okay.
I'll see what I can do. The big there is we've trained it for Arizona, so it knows all the Arizona laws and stuff like that, which is fantastic. But it's definitely a resource. Like I use AI. I know Mikey uses AI, Jim uses AI, Christina I think uses AI.
I definitely use it, but more for marketing and not so much more like how you guys are using it for your conversations and stuff like that, which I want to get better at.
Yeah, take a vote from the 6 of you that I can see, or 5 of you I can see. I got tricked out by a headshot. Christina, I thought she was there, and it's not. It's just a headshot. Would it be a beneficial conversation today? Is how we can utilize AI to have better conversations?
Mhm.
Okay, let's try it. Let's work on it. So if you're driving, I'm sorry you're not gonna be able to see this. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna show you some things to do that you can drive right into production, right into conversations, right into situations. And I have the paid version of ChatGPT, which is what, $22 a month? I don't know exactly. It's about $20 a month. And it's one of the better leverage pieces is I pay for, because I use it at an extremely high level. So diving in, you guys will see ChatGPT. If you've never heard of ChatGPT, I'm sorry, this conversation is going to be a little above your head. And before I get too far, I would like to know, does anybody, all of you on the call, does anybody not know what ChatGPT is? Put a hand up, take yourself off mute. I need to know, because I don't want to.
Everybody knows what it is, Dan.
Are you sure? All right. Rachel's telling me everyone knows what it is. I believe Rachel. She knows her stuff. She does her research. So when you're in ChatGPT, 2 things I want to share with you. It's pretty awesome. You can have just random chats, tons and tons and tons of chats. Or you can be very specific and create projects so that you have kind of an archive of conversation. I have my team, you guys in the morning, broker stuff, and some coaching things. So into the broker stuff, this is fantastic. I've used it to help me understand issues, right? I will tell you, we're probably going to have to stop the live feed on this one, because there is going to be sensitive information. So as soon as I figure out how to do that.